we already know that 99 Nights in the Forest says it's based on a true story. But what is the dark truth behind 99 Nights in the Forest? Now, before we watch these videos and find out, I know you guys have already liked this video and you're already subscribed to my channel, right? Right? If you enjoy my reactions, I do have a new Think Reacts reaction channel. I will put a link to it in both the pinned comment and description. Watch the rest of this video and then go check that out if you enjoy my reactions. I have about 10 videos over there that you have never seen before. All brand new content of me reacting to all kinds of videos.
This is everything we know about the disturbing story behind 99 Nights in the Forest.
About the story behind it. Whoa,
Our story starts
chill.
on May 1st, 2023.
Okay,
when a
2
mother,
years ago.
Magdalena Valencia, was
They got her
traveling by a
name?
small Cessna plane with her 4 children. Roughly an hour after departure, the pilot made a distress call reporting engine failure.
Mayday! Mayday! We're going down!
Wait,
Shortly after,
that's not the
the
real
radio
call.
contact
That's like
was lost,
God
and the
or
plane
something.
crashed deep in the Amazon rainforest in Colombia.
Okay, wait. So is this actually the plane? Wait, we can look this up. HK2803, because all of these call signs are unique on planes. I mean on commercial ones, even private. I don't know. We'll see. So HK2803. We're gonna look this up after this video.
The Colombian Air Force immediately sent out helicopters to search the area.
Right.
The pilot and a local indigenous leader died on impact, while the mother survived only for a few days.
Okay.
That left the 4 children, Leslie, Solaney, Tien, and Kristen,
Leslie,
out on their
Selena,
own,
Tien,
with
and
the
Kristen.
youngest being only 1 year old.
Okay, so that's like
After 40 days, they were rescued by the military,
what?
who called it a miracle. The children fed on fruits and veggies, but also fish they caught thanks to the experience their mother gave them before the tragedy.
Are they gonna do fishing in 99 Nights in the Forest?
This is the point where the real history roughly connects to our story of 99 Nights in the Forest.
What about the aliens?
Once you start the game, the first thing you see
The
is a
dude
notice
Dino
board
Kid,
with
which one is
posters
that?
of 4 missing children.
Yeah.
What also links the game to this story
and
is
there
a
are
rusty
planes,
piece of aircraft you can find in
There's
the forest.
more than one, actually, usually.
After being rescued, the children didn't share anything that would imply that they encountered anything supernatural or
Like
any
a
indigenous
deer?
hunters.
Like an
But the rest of the
angry
story
deer?
seems to draw inspiration from mythology and dark folklore.
Okay.
The main antagonist of the
Cryptids.
game, the deer monster,
Yeah.
is most likely based on a combination of a few mythological creatures, most notably the Wendigo and the not deer creature.
And the not
Wendigo
deer?
is a mythical-
Wait a minute. I mean, it's just a kind of a doge-looking deer, right? If you crossed a deer with a doge, that's what it looked like, right? I mean, deer have ears like that. They have antlers. They don't have that stare, but
Wendigo is a mythological creature portrayed as a deer-like creature that hunts down and eats flesh.
That's a
However,
bear.
the commonly portrayed
I mean, it's got
Wendigo still has side-facing eyes,
antlers,
typical
but
of herbivores.
Okay.
So the front-facing eyes we see on our deer monster from 99 Nights in the Forest are probably based on not deer. Not deer is a creature said to inhabit the Appalachian
Does it stand on
Mountains
2
located in
legs?
North America. The
I've never
hallmarks
heard
are
of a
most
not
often
deer.
poor mobility, aggressiveness,
Poor
and
mobility?
front-facing eyes like a
I think it's
predator.
fast.
Now, when you look at the rest of the map, we can see offering or sacrifice sites with cultists.
Okay. Yes, the
interesting
cultists.
part
How is that
they are
anything to do
there
with the
day
story?
and night, meaning the deer monster doesn't attack them. This would
Yeah.
imply
Well,
one more interesting and
They
important
pray
connection
to it.
the
It's
folklore,
their god.
and that's that the cultist made peace with the
That's
monster
the cult.
by offering or
The cult is
sacrificing
worshiping the
something in their
deer.
honor.
Yeah.
Traditionally, Wendigo isn't pictured
Bro,
as something that would
what are you
accept
doing?
offerings, but the mythology is super diverse, and all around
This
the world,
gameplay is
you
really
can find
driving me
more evil
crazy.
forest spirits that are pictured as deer-like creatures.
You can.
For instance, Leshy from the Slavic mythology, who accepts
my.
offerings.
I don't want him in
However,
the game.
it's more probable that the developers just drew inspiration from popular movies, such as
Like?
The Ritual, or one of the newer movies, The Empty Man.
I've
In
never
the
heard
end,
of the Empty
the
Man.
label based on a true story is indeed true to some extent, but I think its main goal is to draw more attention to the game and make you feel more involved, as the true
I'm
story
more
makes up
scared.
only a small fraction of the whole game. Did I miss some important detail?
I don't
Let me
know,
know in the-
but let's check on this plane here. HK2803 survivors. So maybe, look at this. Aha, right here. Holy cow. The Caqueta Cessna station air crash. A Cessna 206 with 7 people aboard. The pilot and co-pilot were killed in impact before, and yeah, this is real. That was a real photo of it. With Leslie, Solaney, Tien, and Kristen, the mother survived for several days and died, leaving the children to fend for themselves. The children between 11 months and 13 years old. How did a 13-year-old keep an 11-month-old alive? Like, that is crazy. So that really was The actual picture.
If you've been playing 99 Nights in the
Elite
Forest,
cameraman voice.
you probably already know the brief explanation about the deer kidnapping the kids and how we're supposed to rescue them.
Yeah.
But what if I told you the deer isn't our enemy?
What do you mean?
He's just another victim.
A
Let me explain.
What?
As we all know, the cultists like to attack us randomly at night.
Well, I
and
mean,
they have bases all over the forest.
Wait, I've
Their
never
most
seen the water
suspicious
tower.
base is
What
the laboratory, where you can find a huge bed that was probably used on the deer before.
Oh my
But
goodness.
the most suspicious base is the weird animal cages, which make no sense. If all
Why
the
do they not
animals
make
we
sense?
find,
It could be
like
a
the
zoo.
alpha wolves that guard the kids from us, never attack the cultists, then why are these wolves in cages?
Well, because this is where they sleep. When we're not there, they tend to the animals, right? They've got little cages for the little houses, protect them from the rain and the lightning. That's why.
During my exploration of the map, I found a strange needle.
No,
and
you
from the
did
looks
not.
of it, it was used.
What?
Now, what if this
Don't
needle
lie.
is what makes the wolves and other animals loyal to the cultists? And what if the same needle was used on the deer until he broke out after some weird mutation?
What are you
This
talking
might sound
about?
stupid, but what if the deer is
I
just
don't
a
believe
regular
you.
deer that was experimented on?
Well, I mean,
Not
I believe
with regular
that-
scientific
oh,
experiments,
man.
but
his fire's
something
out.
darker. If you go to any cultist camp, you'll find demonic marks, and
Okay.
sometimes you'll
But I
even
thought-
see
yeah, it
them
has to do
worshiping
with
the
this.
deer in the cutscenes.
Yes.
This indicates that there aren't just regular cultists who throw weapons, but also dark magic-wielding cultists who use their magic
how
to
do you know
help
they're not the
mutate
same?
and control the deer. Think about it.
No, I am
In the
thinking
world
about
of
it.
horror fantasy games,
I don't-
science and magic together aren't strange, especially when you have a demonic cult controlling a walking deer.
Man, I don't
Now,
know
to
how I
conclude all
feel
of
about
this,
your dark truth
The new
here.
cutscene shows the deer trying to reach out to us,
Yeah.
almost like he's
Oh, yeah.
trying to tell us something. But then he quickly gives up and heads back underground.
Why is it-
Down
oh, 'cause it
there,
went to- yeah,
you can
103,
clearly
okay.
see bones,
Yeah?
suggesting that the new location might be his food storage where he keeps his victims. From the
okay.
new
Maybe.
Unknown Next Week update logo, there's a huge chance the update brings us his hideout and
What?
possibly more lore explanations.
I
They
don't
might even
think
drop
so. It's a
new mystical
crafting
animals,
update. What are
maybe
you even talking
werewolves or
about?
giant man-eating bears, since the cultists are always around the forest and could be experimenting on new animals. Maybe after we somehow defeat the deer or help him break out of
Defeat
his
the deer?
mind
You
prison,
can't defeat
he
the
could
deer.
go rogue and start killing the cultists.
Now that would be
forcing them
nice.
to
If we could
create new
tame the
bioweapons.
deer,
So what do you
that
guys
would
think?
be amazing.
What's the real lore behind this game?
This guy's only played
Is
21
the deer
days.
The enemy, and are we even changing
I don't know
anything?
if I don't know if I believe him. He's only played 21 days. All right, this one might be actually true because it has 4.5 million views. It must be true, right?
So this game has been getting a lot of popularity.
Yes, it has. It's
called
over 1 million
99 Nights in the Forest. It's a pretty fun
active
game,
right now.
but did you know there's a lot of dark truths hidden
Yes.
within it?
Okay, we know that one.
literally, when you join into the game, it says this game is
yeah.
based
We've been
on a
through this.
true
We've been through
story.
this.
Some details
Yeah,
have been
some
changed.
like the
and then
deer
on
part.
here, there's 4 different images. The first one says that reports were made of a deer standing on 2 legs
That part,
in an unnatural
that's
way
the detail
in
that's been
forest.
changed, right?
The following week, 4
Yep.
children went missing. It was clear something was very, very wrong with the forest. After the police search revealed no clues about the missing
that's not
children, the
true.
forest was
That part
promptly
isn't true.
locked
The kids
to
got
public.
saved. We know
You
that
have
part.
99 days to unravel the mysteries of the forest and figure out what is going on.
Now, you know what I did? I haven't read that since the first time I played the game. We have more than 99 days. I've gone 500 days in the forest. You can go thousands of days in the forest. You don't just have 99 days. This game is unbeatable. There's no end.
And yeah, there's the park right here. It's completely locked. There's even a warning sign, again, talking about the
I was like, wait a minute,
disappearance. And if you
Is that
don't
in the
know,
game?
In this game,
Yes.
you must survive for, well, 99
days.
nights in
Yep,
the
yeah,
forest.
we know.
All while fighting against
you
angry
don't have to
cultists,
go in there.
scavenging for food, and then finally hiding from the creepy deer monster.
don't hide
while
from
at
him,
the same
just
time
build a
trying
fire.
to uncover the truth
Yeah,
of
I
the
haven't
forest
been in
and
here. I gotta
find
go
the
there.
children. And the game is fun and all, but I was mostly fascinated by the fact that this game was based on a true story.
Yep.
So I started to do some research,
Wait,
and
you're a
man,
girl?
was what I found insane.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
yes,
he's in-
there were.
Yo, that was Doors! Hold up. That's a
and
Doors
man,
reference. Look, he's sitting in the chair in the Doors lobby.
was what I found insane.
I love
because,
it.
yes, there were actually people that went missing in a forest.
Was that
It's a crazy story,
the
but before we
ones?
talk about
Wait,
that, we have to
a
talk about
different
the
one?
creepy deer in the game.
Okay, yeah, let's
So,
talk about
yeah,
him.
This deer creature is the main villain in this Roblox
Yep,
game, but it's actually based on the myth of the Wendigo.
Oh,
Now, if you
so
don't
he
know
said
what
the
a
Wendigo also.
is, it's pretty much a half deer, half humanoid
Oh,
creature.
he's got some, like,
a lot of people
found
also
footage.
believe that this creature can can possess other human beings, and many people believe to actually have seen sightings of this creature.
Holy moly, I don't like
they've
that.
Seen it, define it as a large beast standing on its hind legs.
Oh, that kind of does look like the deer.
Still believe that the Wendigo exists, but even back then, there were certain indigenous groups in North America. To a lot of them, the Wendigo wasn't just a monster. It was a spiritual idea of a person that would be consumed towards greed, cannibalism, and a loss of humanity.
What do you mean cannibalism?
Symbolizes what happens when a person becomes consumed by hunger or selfishness. Which, we're also going to talk about the cultists in this game because they too have their dark secrets. In some traditions, people believe that Wendigos were actually created from humans that resorted to cannibalism to survive. Which
so that's what
leads us to the other villains in this game, the cultists. So the cultists are the only hostile human NPCs in the game. They typically attack the player every 3 nights. And what you'll also notice about them is that all of them are actually wearing deer antlers.
They are, but I thought that's part of the cult.
Links to them worshiping the deer creature in this game. But there's more than just that. See, they're not just worshiping the Wendigo in this game. No, they're going through what's called a Wendigo psychosis, which is when a person begins to crave flesh. This is actually a real known disorder. Some people think it's literally because they're turning into a Wendigo, and if anyone actually experienced a Wendigo psychosis, they would try to heal them, but if incurable and they were threatening those around them, then they had to be executed. So all these cultist enemies are actually those who have gone through Wendigo psychosis. Yes, they worship this Wendigo creature, but also they are attacking you, the player, because they are hungry and starving
that's what I'm saying.
for flesh.
A
lot of the cultist stuff may have actually been inspired by another game called The Forest, where, in this game, you must survive against nature, but not only that, the cannibals that lurk around.
So I thought this dude was naked, and maybe he is. Maybe it's censoring his butt there. It might be. Okay.
And I know in this game, a lot of people compare this island that the game takes place in to the actual real-life North Sentinel Island.
North Sentinel Island.
What's crazy about this island is that within it is
you go to near that island, that tribe will kill you.
Lived there for over 60,000 years with little to no outside contact.
If you get near them, they will
like to this day,
you.
they're still using spears and bow and arrows to shoot nearby helicopters and boats. And as for how many people live on this island, it's estimated to be around 50 to 150 people. But again, it's not certain because anytime anyone's tried to go near them, they always end up attacking. But now back to the Roblox
killing
game
them.
with the 4 missing people. Is this actually based on a real story?
Yes.
Well, yes. So the story goes on June 9th of 2023.
Okay, we know this part. We can skip this part. Well, that's not the same plane because it's the wrong call sign. I had to look it up.
They all had to survive in the jungle for nearly 40 days. It says here in the article that the children would move locations every few days, hiding in tree trunks.
Get out of the punishing rain! That is so much like 99 Nights in the Forest. It never stops raining. That everything is true now. Everything is true because oh my goodness, they should just rename it to like 99 Rainy Nights in the Forest.
There was a poisonous snake that the children had to fight
Do not
off.
add
Meanwhile,
snakes.
Shortly after the plane crash was
to the
discovered,
game.
That's when the military started Operation Hope with the objective to find the children that were lost in this giant Amazon forest.
And they
thankfully, after 40 days, all 4 children were rescued. What I found
survived the plane crash
is
and
that
the
while they were
40
in the
nights in the
hospital,
forest.
one of the children drew a picture of a dog sitting under a tree next to a river. This is actually based on a dog that the children all found, and it actually stayed with them for several days before vanishing into the jungle again. This article says that the children felt like it was protecting them from the dangers of the Amazon rainforest. And actually, when the military saw this picture, to them, it looked like Wilson, a missing search and rescue dog. So this dog, in the last few days of their survival in the forest, was actually protecting them. I mean, there are some theories that the children could have imagined the dog, saying that malnourishment and fatigue can play tricks on the mind.
4 of them? I mean,
I'd like to think that the dog was real and was there to protect them.
Yeah, me too.
Thankfully, all the children were safe.
We should get a dog
which is similarly the goal that you're supposed to do in 99 Nights in the
Forest. And they'll be like Minecraft dogs.
One by one, you find each children and rescue them, all while trying to survive from the dark terrors of the forest. So this game does have a lot of elements of real life. There's the 4 missing people in the forest, the whole operation of trying to rescue them, but then there's a supernatural deer creature, as well as all the cultists, which didn't actually actually exist in the real life story, but they're still somewhat based on real life situations, cultures, or traditions. So we know what 99 Days in the Forest is based on, but what is the actual lore of this game? Well, the story starts with hearing about the 4 kids who went missing, probably because of the deer creature, but your mission is to go and recover the 4 kids. And upon setting up camp, you notice a strange deer. This deer is just standing on its hind legs, watching and waiting for you. But
it's a Wendigo, man. It's not a deer.
Because it actually has followers known as cultists. Now, throughout the nights, you had to survive the deer and the cultists while also trying to find them. One by one, you'll be able to rescue them from an underground facility. The first kid is guarded by wolves, the second is guarded by alpha wolves, the third kid is guarded by bears, and the fourth one is guarded by alpha bears. Now, upon rescuing the children, you pretty much won the game, but that doesn't actually tell us
you don't get the 500
about
badge.
where these cultists and where this Wendigo creature came from. Is it actually a Wendigo? Well, no. See, there's a place where the cultists can actually spawn in, and you'll notice it looks like a research lab, but it's just completely broken. Upon further investigation, you'll notice a table with straps on it. This implies that there were some scientists doing some experimentations here, possibly experimenting on the deer itself. This would then make the deer grow tall and stand on its hind legs, mutating as to what we now think is this Wendigo monster. Because of this mutation, it managed to break out of the lab and wreak havoc, killing many of the scientists. But some of these scientists actually started to worship it,
and that's how the cultists came.
For it. And the deer actually lets them live. But what does the deer actually want? Why does it keep trying to attack?
Why does he want to kill us?
Well, I think it actually just wants you gone. Because of the scientists and the cruelties that they did, the deer no longer trust humans. Only its members who devoted their lives to it. It's why there's no final boss with the deer. In reality, it just wants you gone from this place.
You would be cool too. Just a thing I'm thinking about. Oh, this is almost over. Okay, it was just an idea I just had. It's like, it doesn't like humans like us, right? But if they gave us an item that we could find, like our craftable item, and maybe the crafting update does this, craft like a cultist mask. If we wore the mask, then the deer wouldn't chase us. Or class, like a cultist class, where we wear the antlers and the mask, and then we would be immune from the deer. That would be cool, man.
Gone from this place. Now, as to what it actually wanted from the children,
what did it want from the children?
Similarly to what the scientists were doing with the deer, I feel like the deer began to do its own experiments, having children being raised in the wild by animals.
Well, okay,
which, in real life, there actually has been real stories about this. This, in the way, is the deer's revenge against humanity, doing what the scientists did to the deer at one point. But it's just a theory. Let me know in the comments.
A game theory.
Or the deer is trying to grow more cultists, so it has more devoted followers, and it knows the children are impressionable, and it's gonna bring them up and turn them into cultists that can serve it. That seems more likely, doesn't it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.